Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Great Bend Batcat Baseball here on the YouTube channel, home of the Great Bend Batcats, and audio streaming live at adasturradio.com. Well, the Batcats back at home tonight looking to shake off a two-game slide after dropping 2 to the Hutch Monarchs over the weekend as they come home to host the Kansas Cannons. Scott Hogan with you this evening as the Batcats now 7-5 overall, 7-3 in league play, taking on the Cannons tonight, who are 7-4 overall, and they are 5-4 in league play. Right now, the Monarchs 8-2 atop the conference. Batcats 7-3, Twins 7-4, Junction City 7-6. Then you have the Cannons 5-4, Hayesville 5-5, Wichita Wildcats 4-6. So it's pretty jumbled up right in the middle of the league standings. So a big set starting tonight for the Batcats after falling in Hutch on a Saturday evening by a final score of 9-5. Well, the coaches are meeting, so let's go ahead and turn our attention to our pregame chat with head coach Roger Ward. Welcome into our pregame chat with head coach Roger Ward. Coach, a couple of tight but close losses to the Monarchs. I got a day off, and now a really talented Cannon team comes to Great Bend and need to get a win, get back on the winning track.
Yeah, I think it's important that we come out and, on the mound challenge, which we know we're going to get that out of Clements. And, we've scuffled a little bit offensively too. You're facing good arms, and, you don't have time to think about it. You have your next at bat and you try to compete, make adjustments, and it can be tough. Hopefully we're going to be better than 1 run or 5 runs tonight. The wind's blowing out for the first time this summer, a little warmer, and we have the south wind now. So, although they have a good arm going and we do, it could be a high scoring affair.
Yeah, I'm sure you've talked to Tyler about, this is one of those nights you got to keep the ball down to try to induce a lot of ground balls.
Yeah, absolutely. And he does a good job of that. As long as we're getting the strike called at the knee, we should be fine. When they don't call it and you have to elevate thigh high or even higher, it's not doing anybody any good, and it's going to turn into a slugfest. But we'll know right away what the strike zone is going to be, and hopefully he can just be accurate and pound the zone down low tonight and let us make some plays.
One noticeable absence the last couple games and absent tonight is Deacon Pomeroy, but a really nice opportunities at a MLB combine tryout this weekend and into the first part of the week. We'll be back Wednesday, I'm told, but that's pretty special for the young man that's just going to be a freshman.
Yeah, he's played a lot of baseball. He's had a lot of accolades. Obviously, he looks the part, and you've seen that he's adjusted pretty well to the pitching here this summer too, with a couple of home runs last week. They had to go for the family stuff because one of our former players, his brother, got married Saturday. And then this opportunity came up where his agent said, we really need you in Phoenix. And you can't miss an opportunity like that. I'm real excited for him. I think everybody should be. He's a humble guy, but he's going to go down there and do his best in front of all the scouts and catch 3 innings, play some third base, get some at-bats against good arms. And there's a chance that at the end of June he'll get drafted.
Well, that's pretty special. We appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you very much. Have a good call.
And that's head coach Roger Ward getting his team ready tonight to take on the Kansas Cannons. As the coaches still meeting, one of the more lengthy head coach meetings we have had this summer. So let's go ahead and take a look at our Victory Barbershop starting lineups for the Kansas Cannons. Again, 7-4 overall, 5-4 in the Jayhawk. And Phil Stevenson, the head coach for the Cannons. Nico Rodriguez, the second baseman, will lead off. Hunter Alvord, the shortstop, bats second. Batting third is Tegan Muntz. He'll be in right field. Your cleanup hitter is Blake Seafelt. He'll be at first base. Batting fifth and behind the plate for the Cannons is Owen Baxter. Jackson Hellberg in left field will bat sixth. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Cooper Green. Mike Mulholland will DH and bat 8th. And batting at 9th for the Cannons is Zach Makarowicz. And Logan Gross will be on the mound when the Cannons take the field in the bottom of the first. And that lineup's going to be facing Tyler Clements tonight. Clements on the mound this summer has thrown 12 1/3, 8 runs allowed on 9 hits. He has struck out 13 while walking just 3. And his last start here against Derby was a good one. He went 7 strong, gave up just 1 run on 3 hits. He struck out 8 and walked just 1. And I hope he can repeat that performance tonight against the Cannons. So we're going to take a break for the national anthem. We'll be back with your Batcat starters and first pitch. This is Great Bend Batcat Baseball. And welcome back to our Batcat pregame show. Scott Hoogan with you tonight. A very warm and a windy evening. Temperature still in the low 90s as we approach first pitch. And we talked about it. You got to keep the ball down tonight. 10 to 20 mile an hour and higher gusts blowing right out to left field. We really haven't seen it this summer, but we will have it tonight. When the Batcats come to the plate, Peanut Brazel, your center fielder, will lead off. Batting second is Kyle Walker. He'll be at third. Elias Leone, the DH, bats third. Batting cleanup and playing shortstop is TJ Shaw. Luke Nohenick will be behind the plate and bat fifth. Batting sixth at first base is Andrew Yee. Carson Umphris, the right fielder, will bat seventh. Batting eighth and playing left field is Caleb Cowan. And Joey Marker gets the start at second base tonight. He will bat ninth. And if you're watching on YouTube, if we have any connection issues, what I will do is just create a new broadcast. Fingers crossed we didn't have any issues on our last home game. And if it happened, just watch. There'll be a new one pop up and just go on to that one. Appreciate everybody that is listening in on adastradio.com. If you can't watch it, you can go to adastradio.com and the sports page, or get the Ad Astra Radio app. It's a free app for your phone or smart device. Keep up with the Batcats multiple ways this summer. So our first pitch will be, it looks like at 7:01, Nico Rodriguez, the second baseman, will lead off. He's had 30 at-bats this summer. He's got 5 hits. He has doubled, 11 runs scored. He has driven in 3. Well, first pitch, tails outside for ball 1. Actually, first pitch right at 7:02. We took them another minute off. And that fastball in there. 1 ball and a 1 strike. As the Batcats go back to the powder blues tonight. And the special cancer awareness jerseys they wore Saturday at Hutch as that fastball clips the outside corner for strike 2. Cannons have the black jerseys, powder blue numerals with the green sleeves. Inside corner fastball, strike 3. I tell you, 4 straight fastballs there from Tyler Clements. And now you had to be your shortstop, Hunter Alvord. He has homered 3 times on the summer. He's driven in 13. 8 hits and 28 official at-bats. As a slider outside, ball 1. McPherson High product went to Cali for a year, then to Barton. Chopper left side, backing up Shaw. Good throw over to first. Right into the wind for out number 2. Which will bring up the right fielder, Tegan Muntz. Muntz 39 at-bats this summer, has 13 hits. He's doubled 3 times, tripled once, and homered once. And a good hard slider, strike 1. And a 7 runs driven in for Muntz, who has played in 10 of the 11 games. It's the fastball by him for strike 2. And that slider down and away. It's 1-2. Muntz is from Sioux Falls, South Dakota at Iowa Western Community College. This one is popped up down the right field line. It's going to fall in foul territory. So the count stays 1-2, bases empty, 2 down, top of the first. We had Clements shake off a sign and misses low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blake Seafelt in the on-deck circle. Will he bat this inning or lead off the next? This breaking pitch fouled back by Muntz. So they got a new baseball and it caromed off the backstop. You can see it there back to the infield. So count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Finish him. Inside fastball. Oh, boy. Just missing, and it's 3-2. Our umpires tonight, Ben Ketley and Ben Brown. Here's your payoff pitch. Little squibber. Marker charges in and can't make the play. It'll be the first error of the ball game. And it'll extend the inning 1 batter, at least to Blake Seafelt, the first baseman. Seafelt playing in his 10th game of the summer is 15 for 34. 3 doubles, 3 homers. He's driven in 17. That one stays down below the knees, ball 1. So if you're Clements, can you work around the error? Good lead down at first for Muntz. Now there's first and second. And Seafelt hit. It looked like you were out of the inning on a harmless ground ball. Now you've got some work to do. First and second, 2 down for the left-handed hitting catcher, Owen Baxter. Baxter, 10 of 30 on the summer. He's got 5 doubles and a homer and 8 runs driven in. So 5 of his 10 hits have been extra bases. And first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Baxter also at Iowa Western Community College. Right around the lower part of the strike zone. You don't get the nod, and it's 2-0. And Coach Ward talked about that. Trying to keep the ball down tonight. You needed to get those low strike calls to avoid bringing something up in the strike zone. And now you've fallen behind Baxter 3-0. Jackson Helberg would be next. (3-0) right down the pipe for strike 1. All the way back, Tyler. Here you go. Still a good hitters count at 3-1. Trying to keep the ball away from him. At least that's where the target setup came in, and got a swing and a miss. Of course, a full count with 2 down. That enables the runners to move with the pitch. As a coach, I always like to see that. So Clements ready with the payoff. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Clements works around the air and the hit by a pitch. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left. So we'll head to the bottom of the first, no score. It's the Batcats and the Cannons. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Bottom half of the first inning, no score. Coming up for the Batcats, Peanut Brazel, Kyle Walker, and Elias Leone. Logan Gross on the hill for the Cannons. 5 1/3 so far this summer, has given up 6 runs on 10 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks for the young man from Silt, Colorado, going to Colorado Mesa University. Peanut Brazel leads things off. He is 16 for 41 on the summer. And he'll take a fastball for strike 1. A couple of doubles, homer, and 10 runs driven in for Brazel. And swings and misses there on a breaking pitch, and it's 0-2. Rose comes back off speed pitch. The last two pitches got swings and a miss. And first strikeout for Logan Gross. Brazel struggled in the last home game. 3 Ks against the Monarchs. And now it'll be Kyle Walker, the third baseman. 8 hits in 30 at-bats this summer. A couple of doubles, a couple of triples. He's driven in 8. Another fastball in there, strike 1. One strike pitch and was aiming for Coach Ward down the third baseline there. And the count goes to 2 strikes. So first 2 batters, Gross has gotten ahead 0-2 on. Two-strike pitch. It is a fair ball down the first baseline. Walker, a big turn, is into second with a double. The Walker, his third double of the summer. Office Products Incorporated is sponsoring our extra base hits, which will bring up your designated hitter, Elias Leon. 10 for 36 this summer. 4 doubles, a homer, and 10 runs driven in. Breaking pitch in the dirt. So breaking tendency there. The first 2 batters, Gross started off fastball. This one tried breaking pitch and missed. 1 ball, no strikes. And fastball outside. They'll throw back to second. Tagged down from Alvord, but back safely is Kyle Walker. So good hitters count, 2-0 for Elias Leon. TJ Shaw will bat next. Leon, a chopper up the middle and knocked down. Ooh, and Walker will stay at third. That'll be an infield single for Leon. But what Rodriguez did there was save a run by getting a glove on it to knock it down.
Batcats on the corners for the shortstop, number 9, TJ Shaw.
So now TJ Shaw, an opportunity to put the Batcats on the board first tonight. Shaw 15 for 32 this, having a nice summer. A couple of doubles, homer. He's driven in 7 and he chops 1 foul for strike 1. So Shaw, you'd love to get something you could pull in the air to left. With just 1 down, try to make sure you get the runner home from third. And swing and a miss on a breaking pitch, and he's down in the count as Shaw 0-2. Leon, a good lead at first. He's off. Breaking pitch down, and then Leon. Oh, wow. They called that a strike? Wow. A low strike call 3 on TJ Shaw. Leon in safely with a stolen base, but now there's 2 down. Well, Shaw was shocked at the strike 3 call. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning. Now it'll be up to Luke Nohenick. Trying to get the runners home. Pitch stays up top, ball 1. Nohenick 6 for 18 Summer 5 of his hits have been singles. He has one double and has driven in 3. Would love just to find a little soft single here. Breaking pitch down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. It's Landmark National Bank Night. Free hot dogs to the first 100 people coming into the ballpark tonight. 2-0 is called strike 1. And 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down, runners at second and third. Hennig pops it up down the right field line. And can anybody get there? And reaching back, Rodriguez will make the catch. And that will retire the side. So the Batcats threaten. But Strand 2, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We'll go to the second. No score. The Kansas Cannons and the Great Bend Batcats. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Top of the second inning. No score with the Cannons and the Batcats. Both teams stranding 2 runners in the first inning. So now Jackson Hillberg, the left fielder, will lead off for the Cannons. He's had 34 at-bats, official at-bats this summer, 7 for 34, a couple of doubles. He's homered once and knocked in 6. Fastball in there, strike 1. And a couple of base runners, error and a hit by a pitch in the first inning. Ground ball, weird spin. Shaw knocks it down. And that'll be the second error of the ball game committed by the Batcats. Leadoff man aboard where the Cannons brings up Cooper Green, the third baseman. Green 9 for 39. Grounder left side. Walker, great diving stop. He'll get the lead runner. Nice play by Kyle Walker. Keep that from getting into left field, and he gets an out of it. So it's a fielder's choice for Green. He replaces Hillberg at first. And I'll bring up the designated hitter, Mike Mulholland. So far, 1 for 4. Summer takes strike 1. Just a modest lead at first. There's a slow roller. Walker's only play going to be first. Had a double clutch. Still able to get the out. It does get Green into scoring position. Definitely hit too slow to think about trying to get the lead runner. So good play by Walker to get it out. Now it'll bring up Zach Makarowicz. Kerwich 5 for 16. Has doubled and has driven in a pair of runners on the summer. He's the number 9 hitter as the slider just missing ball 1. This time Nohenick going through the signs a little bit more. And it comes back fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Clement's trying to keep us scoreless. Top of the second, runner at second. There are 2 away. One in the dirt. And Nohenick able to keep the runner at second base. Now your 2-1 hit into right field. Humphreys tracks it down and makes the catch. You retire the side, so you work around the leadoff error. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We are scoreless. The Batcats and the Cannons will head to the bottom of the second. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Bottom half of the second inning and no score. The Cannons and the Batcats. Andrew Yee, the first baseman, will lead off for the Batcats. He 1 for 25 this summer. He's trying to find his rhythm at the plate. He does have a couple of runs driven in. And swinging a miss on the fastball, strike 1. That one up around a belt high. So it's Andrew Yee, Carson Humphreys, and Caleb Cowan here in the second for Great Bend. Off speed stays upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cannon's last action was Friday. They lost a slugfest at home to Derby, 16-15. Now 2 straight high. It's 2-1 to Andrew Yee. And 2-1 is popped up right side of the infield. And it looks like it's going to drop. Rodriguez and Seafelt. Looked like Rodriguez called him off at the last moment. So the first error by the Cannons. The Batcats get the leadoff man aboard for Carson Humphreys. Boy, pitched a whale of a game here Friday night against the Monarchs. At the plate so far this summer, 3 for 16. He's got a homer and 1 run knocked in. And he will take strike 1. Wind could have, and I'm sure did play a little bit of a factor in that pop-up. Well, and then a low strike called 2. Humphreys down in the count 0-2. And a low one, swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Logan Gross. That's what you can do. Gross has been getting ahead of hitters, and then you can force batters to go after pitches you really don't want to go after. And we'll bring up the left fielder, Caleb Cowan. Shows bunt and to the backstop for strike 1. Cowan's had 27 official at-bats. He's 7 for 27. A couple of doubles. He's knocked in 3. And a good cut. Found it straight back, and he's down in the count 0-2. Batcats had second and third with 2 down, and runners at the corners with 1 down in the first, unable to push a run across. Fastball up in the zone, fouled back again by Cowan. I would look for Gross to go back, probably. Try to get him to chase that low fastball away or come slider away. And elevated the fastball, got the swing and a miss for back-to-back strikeouts. That's number 4 for Logan Gross. And there's 2 down for Joey Marker.
Number 13, Joey Marker.
Marker, a couple of hits in 17 at-bats this summer. Both are singles. And fastball right on the outside corner, strike 1. This one stays down. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. We need to get your defense set. I tell you, Gross is working quickly. One. He's up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. So for the Cannons, Baxter behind the plate. Green at third. Alvord at short. Rodriguez at second. Seafelt at first. Helberg in left. Makarowicz in center. And Muntz in right. 2-1, check swing, and is outside, ball 3. So a pitch to work with. Counts 3-1, 2 down, runner at first, no score. Batcats at the plate in the bottom of the second. He was way off. Grounder too short. Alvord will just step on the bag to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. Scoreless through 2 complete here in Great Bend as you're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Top of the third inning, top of the lineup coming up for the Cannons. Nico Rodriguez, Hunter Alvord, and Tegan Muntz also on the docket tonight in the Jayhawk. The Monarchs visiting the Islanders, and the Hayesville Aviators are hosting the Wichita Wildcats. And we'll check in on those scores here in another inning or two. Let those games get going a little bit, as Rodriguez went down looking to lead off the ball game. And a swing and a miss. Good movement tailing away from Rodriguez. And Clements on that fastball. Clements so far with a pair of strikeouts. Oh, and the bat goes through the backstop with the baseball. Like a little magnetic pull there. And it's 0-2. In our next home game, we'll get your weekend started right on Friday night. First time we will see the Hayesville Aviators. Oh, beautiful off-speed pitch called strike 3. Third strikeout for Clements. And it'll be Hunter Alvord, the shortstop. He grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. And breaking pitch, I think it was a strike, and he may have went around as well. Get your Batcat defense set as well. Fastball up and in. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. Nohenick behind the plate. Walker at third. Shaw at short. Marker at second. And Yee at first. Get your infield. 1-1. Slider swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Across the outfield. Cowan in left. Brazel in center. And Carson Umphris in right field. Base is empty, 1 down, top of the third. Here's the 1-2 to Alvord. Boy, great fastball. I think it didn't get the nod in the lower part of the zone. It's 2-2. There, Clements shook off a couple, now 3 pitches. See where he wants to go with the fourth. That one down, and it's a full count.
Finish him.
And Clements, he got the sign he liked right away, and here's the payoff to Alvord. Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. And now 2 down for Tegan Muntz. He reached on an error his first go-around. And fastball in there, strike 1. And Muntz, after reaching on an error, got stranded at second base. And another strike in there from Clements. It's 0-2. Clements looking for a 1-2-3 inning, and he's not going to get it. This one driven into the gap in right center field. It's going to get all the way to the fence. And Muntz in the second with the double. So each team now with a double, and that's the first hit of the game for the Cannons. Nice piece of hitting. Took the breaking pitch. It was down and away, drove it into right center field, and now we'll give Blake Seafelt an opportunity to break up a scoreless game in the top of the third. And Seafelt got hit by a pitch back in the first inning. Fastball through there, strike one. And Friday night it'll be Prior Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated night and First Responder night. Free non-alcoholic drinks all evening long. Oh, nice breaking pitch. Got Seafelt way out on his front foot, and it's 0-2. And a check swing foul. That'll be across the street. That is a Jim Lowe glass foul ball. We don't have our big group of youngsters tonight chasing after him. We do have a few. Count stays 2 strikes. Can you keep the game scoreless? Grounder. And you will not. It's going to be 1-0 Cannons. RBI single for Blake Seafelt. Bring up the catcher, Owen Baxter. Thought for a moment Shaw might be able to get a glove on it. Keep the runner at third. It just got by. Now Baxter, he went down looking to end the first inning. Takes strike one. We have some clouds to our north and west. Supposed to be a cold front through later tonight. At least the last I looked at, any storm should be well after we are done tonight. I don't know if I'd want to have a game scheduled tomorrow night. It's looking a little dicey tomorrow. 1-1, grounder right up the middle. And, oh, what a stab by Shaw. Throws the first for the out. And Shaw able to end the inning there, but the Cannons get a 2-out double and RBI single to take the lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third with Great Bend Batcat baseball. Bottom of the third inning. 1-0 Cannons, top of the lineup. Coming up for the Batcats, Peanut Brazel, Kyle Walker, Elias Leone. Monarchs and the Islanders tied at 1. They are in the middle of the third inning in Kingman. And the Wildcats, the early 6-2 advantage, actually now 7-2. They lead at Hayesville just in the top of the second. Brazel went down on strikes, his first at bat. A little chopper in the batter's box, foul. These two teams, hopefully tomorrow night in Augusta. And that'll be weather permitting tomorrow. Brazel hits one right at the center fielder, Makarowicz, who just a couple of feet back for out number 1. I'll bring up Kyle Walker, who doubled down the first baseline. Got stranded at third base back in the first. Hits are even at 2 apiece. Each team has a single and a double. As Walker nearly hit with the first pitch. Each team in the error column. Couple on the Batcats, one on the Cannons. Walker slices one. And on the run, catch made by Hellberg out in left center field. And there are quickly 2 down on 4 pitches here in the bottom of the third. And brings up your DH, Elias Leone. He had an infield single and a stolen base in the first inning. And looks like a 1-2-3 inning. And you got your pitcher covering and in time. So that'll actually go as a 4-1 putout. The Batcats in 5 pitches here in the bottom of the third go in order. 1-0 Cannons will head to the fourth. You're watching a Great Bend Batcat baseball. Top of the fourth inning, 1-0 Cannons. Jackson Hellberg, Cooper Green, Mike Mulholland are coming up for the Cannons. So far for Tyler Clements through 3 innings, giving up 1 run on a pair of hits. He has struck out 4, and he has hit 1 batter, hasn't walked anybody. And first pitch, strike 1 to Hellberg, who reached on an error leading off the second inning. And he was stranded or actually put out on a fielder's choice. And off speed, inside corner, strike 2 called. And a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And strikeout number 5 for Tyler Clements. We'll bring to the plate Cooper Green. He reached on a fielder's choice in the second. And he got stranded at second. Yeah, good slider, swing and a miss for strike 1. This one is hit a mile high in the air to center field. Brazel tracks it down. He's got it for out number 2. So Mike Mulholland, the DH. That's with the bases empty, 2 down. But that is how the Cannons got their runs in the third. Got a double with 2 down, then an RBI single from Blake Seafelt. Breaking pitch, strike 1 to Mulholland. Fastball, strike two. Clements ahead of every batter so far in the inning. Two-strike pitch fouled out of play, right side. Outfield probably as deep as we have seen them play all season long due to the wind tonight. And little chopper is going to be foul. It stays 0-2. And the Cannons playing in Augusta. They have a turf field that the high school uses. Broken bat. Marker, sliding stop, gets up, fires to first, and got him. Nice play by Joey Marker as that bat ended up out right in front of the mound. The Cannons go in order. So it's 1-0 Cannons. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth with Great Bend Batcat baseball. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0 Cannons. TJ Shaw, Luke Nohenick, and Andrew Yee will try to get things started for the Batcats. Shaw went down on looking his first at bat. And he'll take low ball one. One-oh delivery. Line shot right to the third baseman Green for out number one. Now the batter is Luke Nohenick. He popped out to second to end the first inning. Batcats had the first, second, and third with two down in the first inning. And yeah, he went around. Yes, he did. One in the dirt for strike one. Stranded a runner at first in the second inning and went in order in the third. Off-speed pitch, strike two called. And again went off-speed, and that time Nohenick able to hold up. Here's your 1-2 offering. And got him looking. Strikeout number 5 for Logan Gross. That'll bring up Andrew Yee. He reached on an error, leading off the second inning.
Number 11, Andrew Yee.
Base is empty, two down, bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Cannons. Another off speed. This one misses low, ball 1. Again, in the dirt, went back fastball. It's 2-0. He from Cochise College, hails from Yuma, Arizona. Now he's got a 3-0 count. Carson Umphris in the on-deck circle would be next. Maybe the Batcats can do what the Cannons did, go with a little 2-out rally to get on the board. One is low, ball 4. After a minute, I thought we might get that delayed strike call. That's brought to you by Great Bend Recreation Commission on the walk. And is the first for Logan Gross. And we'll get Carson Umphris to the plate. He went down on strikes back in the second. So Yee, second time on base. And breaking pitch, good job by Roy Baxter. Keeping the runner at first. So 5 straight out of the strike zone from Logan Gross, who's been sharp. And there's a strike to Umphris. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Gross pitching at Colorado Mesa University. Good jump. Hot shot. Gets by Alvord. And Yee will head into third base. And he is safe. And they are going to score it a hit for Umphris. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Can Caleb Cowan come through? Cowan went down on strikes back in the second. Well outside, ball 1 there. And Baxter taking a look at first and third. Making sure nobody was too far off the bag. That one was fouled. Well, it either hit the catcher or home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, it's 1-0 Cannons, bottom of the 4th. Batcats have them at the corners with 2 away. And there goes Umphris. And it's going to be bases loaded. That was a hit by a pitch. The first for Logan Gross, and it'll bring up Joey Marker. He grounded into an inning-ending fielder's choice in the second. This here in the last couple of games is where the Batcats have been struggling a little bit, is to be able to push those runs across. Can you get the big hit here?
The bases are full of Batcats for the second baseman.
Marker out of Marshalltown Community College, Indianola, Iowa. He hails his second summer here in Great Bend along with Carson Boer. And it's 1-1 as Marker, boy, that might have been right around the knee. He goes down. Wow. So back-to-back pitches. Batters are hit, and it ties the game up at 1 and give Marker the RBI. Well-deserved. Well, Banker sponsoring the runs scored. And now Pina Brazel, again, he's the 7th batter of the inning. Can he deliver a big hit? Brazel struck out in the first, flew to center in the third. And first pitch from Gross is a hit well to center field. Is it well enough? It is a grand slam for Peanut Brazel. Straight away center field. And Brazel gets this big crowd on their feet. It's 5-1 Batcats. Second dinger of the summer, and it's free mini golf from a Walnut Bowl and Mini Golf sponsoring home runs this summer. As Brazel gave it a ride, got a fastball first pitch, and clears the bases.
And it brings up the third baseman, number 2, Kyle Walker.
You knew it had a chance when you were watching Makarovich turn and run right off the bat. And now it's Kyle Walker. We'll take high ball 1. When it got just where that wall angles down, it didn't go to direct straightaway center as a grounder to second. Rodriguez to first to retire the side. If it had been 2 feet further to the right, it might have stayed in the park. The baseball, a game of inches. So the Batcats score 5 in the inning on the Brazel grand slam, one of a pair of hits and nobody left. So we'll head to the 5th. It's now Great Bend 5 and the Kansas Cannons 1 as you're watching a Great Bend at Batcat baseball. Top of the 5th inning, 5-1 Batcats. Again, Peanut Brazel hits a 2-out grand slam for the Batcats. And now Tyler Clements will start his 5th inning of work. It's Zach Makarowicz, Nico Rodriguez, Hunter Alvord coming up the 9, 1, and 2 spots in the Cannons lineup. First pitch is down, ball 1 to Makarowicz, who flew out to right field. That ended the 2nd inning. And again, a big thank you to Landmark National Bank, our corporate sponsor tonight. Now it's 2-0 to Makarowicz. First 100 people got free hot dogs this evening. We have had a beer batter strikeout tonight, so there was $2 off. A couple of innings back. Now your 2-1. Breaking pitch, a little blooper is going to get into center field. And Makarowicz has his first hit, and overall that is number 3 for the Cannons. And back to the top to Nico Rodriguez. Clements has got him looking twice in the first and the 3rd innings. Throw over to first, keeping an eye on Karowicz. Need to check in on your Jayhawk scoreboard as well. On a mid-80s evening showing bunt, that was strike one. And another toss to first. Monarchs, a 3-1 advantage in Kingman tonight. They are in the middle of the fourth. And it's turning into a slugfest in Hayesville tonight. And outside Rodriguez, 1 ball, 1 strike. Right now it's the Wildcats 8, the Aviators 7, and they're just in the bottom of the second. The Aviators still batting, so a lot of runs there. 1-1 will get fouled out of play. Again, with the home run, Walnut Ball and mini golf. Giving out free rounds of mini golf for all the home runs. And that one fouled right into the backstop. Couldn't tell where he got it, if it was in on the hands. Now your 1-2 pitch with the runner moving is down. Throw to second. Tag down. Safe. A stolen base for Makarowicz. He's in scoring position and a 2-2 count on Nico Rodriguez. And now a little shot in the center field, a little off the end of the bat, but gets the job done. Back-to-back singles to start the inning for the Cannons. They're looking to climb right back in this thing, getting into the middle of their lineup. Hunter Alvord bounced to shortstop in the first, struck out in the third. Clements misses down and in, ball 1. This is where you're getting into danger zone here if you're Clements. Nobody down, first and third. And inside, ball 2. Tegan Muntz, Blake Seatbelt to follow. Again, this is the 2, 3, and 4 spots in the lineup. Yeah, good motion, a fastball back over the plate for strike 1. And then a throw over to first. Low throw, nice stab there by Yee. Runner going, swing and a miss. Throw to second is not a great throw, and everybody's safe. Runner scores from third. Took a weird in-between hop, and it's 5-2. And now a 3-1 count on Hunter Alvord. Excuse me, it was a 2-2. Now it's a 3-2 count. Couple of checks a second, and you fake out there. Clements with the payoff is outside ball 4. And Coach Ward inching out of the dugout will head out to the mound. Or again, now your 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. Don't believe anybody is warming right now for the Batcats. And Makarowicz and Rodriguez singled to start the inning. Now Alvord walks. And remind you, this Friday, June 20th, 7 o'clock start, the Batcats and the Aviators on Prior Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated and First Responder Night. Free non-alcoholic drinks all evening long. And also our trivia question is up here in the middle of the inning. It's turning into a very interesting inning. See what we can do for Muncie. Has reached on an air and doubled. And inside ball 1. Your Clements, you're starting to fall behind the batters in this inning. See if you can come back. Get some well-placed pitches. 1-0, good slider, called strike 1. I think Muncie had checked up in time. It was just straight called strike 1. This time the slider is outside. 2-1. There was a lot of checks out of second. And now there is action for the Batcats. Cade Kuntz is getting loose. And ball in the dirt. Runners are going to move. And another low throw to second. Oh, and you had him on a good throw, and everybody's safe. Just unable to dig out the low throw to get the tag down. You would have had Alvord. 3-1, a fastball swing and a miss. Fastball called strike 3. Boy, much needed out for Clements and the Batcats, and that's strikeout number 6. For Clements, it'll bring up Blake Seifelt. Got hit by a pitch in the first, RBI single in the third. Slider stays high, ball 1. 2 hits and a walk in the inning. 1 run has crossed the plate. You miss low. 2 balls, no strikes. Owen Baxter to follow. Infield stays back at this point. And this may have just tied the ball game. This is gone to left center field, way out of here. And again, Clements upset with the bat flip there from Seifelt. So new ball game here in the 5th. And again, there got down 2-0. Had to throw a strike, and Seafelt set back on it, and it's the 3-run homer. Now it is the catcher, Owen Baxter, who struck out in the 1st, grounded to short in the 3rd. And now you hit him. So second hit batsman for Clements. Things getting a little chippy down on the field. That'll be Jackson Hellberg as your your go-ahead run on base with 1 down. 5-5 tie, top of the 5th. Fastball, swing and a miss. Hellberg has reached on an error and struck out, so officially 0 for 2. Hellberg also at Colorado Mesa University. And a called strike 2. And that fastball just off the outer part of the plate. Now Hennig trying to slide it back just enough. And the slider down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cooper Green due up next. Hellberg is the 7th batter of the inning. And now 3-2. Give you an idea on that home run. That hit on the railroad tracks. Right off the fists. Hellberg fouls it off. It stays a full count. Now Hennig heads out to the mound. So now the Cannons got a single run in the 3rd. They've gotten 4 here in the 5th. All 5 runs for the Batcats came in the 4th. And again, still just 1 down. Baxter at first, full count on Hellberg. Runner moving, swing and a miss, throw to second, strike him out. Oh, tag looked like it was there plenty of time. Oh, they're going to call interference at the plate. So the runner is also out. So it's catcher's interference to get the 3rd out of the inning. Again, the 3-run homer from Blake Seafelt gets things tied up. It's 5-5 as we'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. So those 4 runs came in the inning on 3 hits with nobody left. And it brings us to our trivia question tonight. And if you know the correct answer, please text my cell phone 620-897-7060. Include your name. And we'll give you a big shout out here on our broadcast tonight. And what current Batcat has accepted the invite to take part in the Major League Baseball Draft Combine prior to the draft that takes place in Phoenix, Arizona tomorrow? So if you know that correct answer, again, that is going on right now, that combine in Phoenix. What current Batcat accepted an invitation to travel down there? 620 897-7060. And we'll take a quick break and see if the Batcats can rally back. We're tied at 5, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Elias Leone will lead off for the Batcats. 5-5 tie, bottom of the 5th. Leone is 1 for 2, had an infield, a single, and stole a base in the first inning. Fastball in there, strike 1. So another inning of work for Logan Gross. That tailed down, I think actually bounced off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grounder right up the middle into center field, base hit. A good start for the Batcats. Second base hit for Elias Leone. And bring to the plate TJ Shaw. He struck out in the first, lined out to third in the 4th inning. Fastball stays down, ball 1. And turns on 1, and this one is pulled a mile foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. You got Shaw and Yee from Cochise College for the Batcats this summer. And an off-speed pitch fouled off. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leone did have a stolen base in the first inning. He stole second on an 0-2 pitch to Shaw, which ended up being called a strike 3. This one is going to be a wild pitch. And since the base was occupied, you don't have to throw down to record the strikeout, but it does get Leone into scoring position. And Shaw has had a difficult time at the plate against Logan Gross, who records his 6th strikeout. Now it'll be Luke Nohenick. We'll take, wow. Look like low and away. It's a call to strike 1. Nohenick has popped out the second and struck out. And takes down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nohenick, one of 3 players currently at or going to Northeast Texas Community College. Grounder up the middle, took a high hop. It was knocked down by Rodriguez. Let's see if they're going to go hit. They are going to. A nice high hop. Rodriguez saving a run. So Nohenick with his first hit. That'll bring up Andrew Yee. He reached on in there in the second, walked and scored in the 4th. Batcats trying to get back on top. There's a couple of fakes But I thought he faked the first. It should be a balk. He went to first. Yeah, that's a balk. You can go to third first, then back to first, but he did it in the wrong order. Again, the pitcher's free to fake to third and then go back to first, but he did it in the wrong order. You can't fake the first. And Crow still has a smile on his face. He realized what he did. And he takes inside ball one. So it's 6-5 Batcats. Will Banker for the run scored. Ooh, that one almost got him. 2 balls, no strikes. Came in tight. Now you're 2-0. And a little chopper foul in the batter's box. You feel like he is due for a big hit. One down. Henick out at second. 6-5 Batcats, bottom of the 5th. Oh, and he chased one way off the plate for strike 2. Now it's 2-2. And low ball 3. Carson Umphris coming up next for the Batcats. There is activity in the Cannons bullpen. Nobody throwing right at the moment. And low and away, ball 4. That's brought to you by Great Bend Recreation Commission. Just the second for Logan Gross. That will bring a trip to the mound. That'll give us an opportunity. We do have a correct answer on our trivia question tonight. And this is a little insider information here. A correct answer comes from Angela Pomeroy. As the correct answer is Deacon Pomeroy. He is currently down in Phoenix, Arizona, taking part in the Major League Baseball Draft Combine. What a nice young man, was our player of the game. Homered in 2 straight games. And Pops is still here as assistant coach tonight. Deacon will be back, I'm told, Wednesday. So we should see him again on Friday here at home against the Aviators. Now, home plate umpire out trying to bust up the conference, and it looks like we're going to have an Eagle Radio call to the bullpen. Angela, we thank you for your text and your correct answer this evening. I understand he's staying with Kyle Walker here in Great Bend this summer. Deacon is. Played at rival high schools up in Topeka. So Logan Gross ends up going 4 1/3. Struck out 6. Walked 2. Gave up 6 hits. And try to get you a number here on your new pitcher. If it's number 19, it's Aiden Nunez.
Now pitching for the Cannons is number 19, Aiden Nunez.
So Nunez will come on and inherit Runners at first and second with one down. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Nunez from Pasadena City College. He's from Chino Hills, California. And we'll check in on his numbers. Let me switch pages real quick. Nunez. I'm not seeing him show up in the stats. So this may be his first appearance of the summer. There's nothing here in our game changer stats for the Cannons, so it looks like it may be his first appearance this summer. He'll be pitching to Carson Umphris and Caleb Cowan. So we're cruising along with a pretty low-scoring game until the bottom of the fourth and top of the fifth. Bottom of the fourth, Pina Brazel hits a grand slam for the Batcats. Top of the fifth, Lake Seafeld hits a 3-run homer for the Cannons, and we are off and going. Umphris struck out in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. And first pitch from Nunez. Got it in on the hands. It's fouled back, strike one. Umphris, of course, was a Great Bend Panther. He'll be heading to Northeast Texas Community College. And a soft liner. Alvord will go to third. Oh, what are they saying? We had catcher's interference again. That is the second catcher's interference we have seen in the game. It happened there was batter's interference. So that loads the bases. We had batter's interference on the Cannons in the top of the inning. And Cowan swing and a miss. He is struck out and been hit by a pitch. 1 run scored. And this is hit high in the air. This may not be deep enough. Runner's going to tag. We may have a play at the plate. And it is deep enough. The ball is cut off, so give Cowan the sac fly RBI. Ends up scoring Nohenick from a third and to make it 7-5 Batcats. And Cowan becomes the second out of the inning. Now with runners at first and second, it'll be Joey Marker. Marker grounded into an inning-ending fielder's choice in the second. Got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the fourth, so he got an RBI, and then he got a run scored. As Nunez, strike one to Marker. Runners lead away. And the 1-strike pitch. And either low or outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some good tailgating again out in left field, left center field tonight. Marker a chopper to third. Green will take it himself. And that will retire the side. Batcats will get 2 runs in the inning. And they get them on 2 hits and leave 2 runners. So we're through 5. Batcats 7, the Cannons 5. And we'll take a short break, and then we'll let you know who the new Batcat pitcher is. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Eagle radio call to the bullpen before we start the 6th inning. It's Cade Kuntz to come on in relief of Tyler Clements. Kuntz also a Barton Cougar. He's from Littleton, Colorado. Has thrown 5 1/3 so far this summer. He's given up 3 runs on 3 hits. He's walked 5. He has struck out 9. And he is a lefty. It'll come in and pitch to Cooper Green, Mike Mulholland, and Zach Makarowicz. So Gross goes 4 1/3 for the Cannons, gave up 7 runs on 6 hits, hit 1, walked 2, struck out 6, and Clements goes 5. But the Batcats gave up 5 runs on 5 hits, hit 2, walked 1, struck out 6. And Green leads off. Kuntz fastball, strike 1. Green has reached on a fielder's choice and flown to center. Breaking pitch got it in on the hands. It's fouled off for strike 2. On our scoreboard in Kingman, they're in the bottom of the 5th, 6-1. Monarchs leading the Islanders. Grounder in the hole at short. Shaw's going to have to fire it. And got him. About a half a step. Green thought he was there. Umpire said it was there in time. So 1 down for Mike Mulholland, the DH. He is grounded out the 3rd and the 2nd. Another game tonight. A lot of runs being scored in Hayesville. They're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Wildcats 8, Aviators 7. Sweeping curve in there for strike 1 to Mulholland. Fastball stays down. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And big thank you to Landmark National Bank, our corporate sponsor this evening. Breaking pitch fouled back. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Also, thank you to Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for the Great Bend Batcats. One, 2, and misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch getting fouled off right into the Batcat dugout. And a fastball came down low and got him to chase it. Out number 2, strikeout number 1 for Cade Kuntz. 2 down for Zach Makarowicz. He flew to right in the 2nd, singled, stole a base, scored a run in the 5th. And if I am seeing correct, I think he is a switch hitter. I believe he batted left the first couple of times. Now with the lefty out there, switches to righty and takes outside ball 1. And low ball 2. Makarowicz from Murray State Community College. He's from Keller, Texas. Grounder fair of 3rd. It'll be extra bases down the left field line. Makarowicz on his way to 2nd with the 2-out double. I believe that's extra base hit number 3 for the Cannons. They got 2 doubles and a homer this evening. And back to the top to Nico Rodriguez. And check that. It is a pinch hitter. And it's going to be Hunter Carlson. He's currently at Wichita State University. He'll hit in the second baseman spot for Rodriguez. Curveball. I don't think he was expecting curveball. He was getting up out of his stance as it started to break back down. And I think that's what the conversation is about. And it was ball one, I believe. Carlson hails from Hudson, Wisconsin. Again, currently at Wichita State. (7-5) Batcats, top of the sixth. 1-0 to Carlson. Missing low. 2 balls, no strikes. In your previous batter, McCarowich from Murray State Community College, not to be confused with Murray State, the Racers, NCAA Division I school. Now it's 3-0 to Carlson. As I remember, I believe Murray State Community College in Oklahoma. Now the 3-0 in there for strike one. Carlson reaches. It would then be Hunter Alvord. Again, with the wind blowing out tonight. We've seen a couple leave the yard. I don't know that any lead is technically safe at all, especially still here just in the sixth. There's a fly ball hit well to center. Brazel's got enough room and to make the catch. That will retire the side. So Kuntz works around the 2-out double from McCarowich. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the sixth inning. It remains a 7-5 Batcat advantage. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Bottom half of the sixth inning, 7-5 Batcats. And Brazel will lead things off. He's 1 for 3, but what a one it was. Bases loaded, 2 down in the bottom of the fourth, centered one squarely, just away from the largest part of the wall in center field. In your picture, just to the left of it, hit the grand slam. Part of a 5-run fourth inning for the Batcats. 1-0, foul tipped and caught. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Brazel, Kyle Walker, Elias Leone. And a low strike called on Brazel. It's 1-2. That pitch pulled back up by Baxter a little bit. And the 1-2 fouled off. Oh, it just misses a car coming down the road. As Jim Lowe Glass about had some business there. One, two in on the fist and about scatters the dugout. Hit right on the fence, right in front of the Batcat dugout. So it stays 1-2. Razzle, sharp shot right at the third baseman, Green. And is out number one.
The third baseman, number 2, Kyle
So
Walker.
brings up Kyle Walker. Walker 1 for 3 is one hit. Put a double right down the first baseline back in the first. Since then, he's flown to left and grounded out the second. And takes outside ball 1. That one came in on the inner part of the plate for strike 1. It's 1-1. I look down, back and forth they go in Hayesville. The Aviators have now taken the lead in the bottom of the fourth, 9-8 on the Wildcats. Grounder right side. And a foot race, and Seafelt there to get Walker unassisted for out number 2. They'll bring to the plate Elias Leone. He is 2 for 3.
Designated hitter, number 16, Elias Leone.
Got a pair of singles and a run scored. First pitch from Nunez. Misses ball 1. And the 1-0 fastball in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leone reaches. We would then see TJ Shaw. Bottom of the 6th, 2 down, bases empty. Fouled straight back by Leone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batcats currently lead at 7-5. And a little chopper spins foul. And the Batcats and Cannon scheduled to play at 7 tomorrow night in Augusta. It's certainly, if you believe the weather forecaster, is a heads-up weather day starting kind of middle, late tomorrow afternoon. It's a little slow chopper to second, and Rodriguez over to first, and the Batcats go quietly here in the 6th. We'll head to the 7th. It remains 7-5. Batcats leading the Cannons, and you're watching and listening to Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Top of the seventh, 7-5 Batcats. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup coming up for the Kansas Cannons. Hunter Albert, Tegan Muntz, Blake Seafelt. Scott Hogan with you this evening here in Great Bend as we're approaching 9 o'clock. Now about 10 till. Temperature still in the mid 80s. 10 to 20 mile an hour wind blowing out to left. It's the curveball missing to Albert for ball 1. Albert is 0 for 2. He walked and scored a run in the 5th. And he pops one up. Right side of the infield. Who's going to take it? Marker says, I've got it, and he does. I'll bring up Tegan Muntz. Muntz is 1 for 3. He's been on base twice, reached on an error in the first, doubled, and scored the first run of the game in the 3rd inning. This one popped out of play right side. And Cade Koontz, the second pitcher used for the Batcats. Tyler Clements went 5 innings. Breaking pitch stays outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Got a swing and a miss. That's 1 and 2 in a cold front supposed to come in overnight. Right now, it's fairly pleasant evening after a warm, kind of muggy day. And Koontz ready with the 1-2 and bounced down in front of the plate.
Here you go, 3-4.
Yeah, your 2-2 pitch. Slow roller. Marker going to have to hurry. And he won't get him. Infield single for Tegan Muntz. I had a bad feeling when that one went off the bat. That one was going to be a tough one. Marker played it about as well as he could, and Muntz beat it out. That'll bring up Blake Seafelt, who is 2 for 2. He has driven in 4 of the 5 runs and takes high and away ball 1. He's been hit by a pitch, has an RBI single and a 3-run homer. And tried the backdoor curveball now. Down in the count 2-0, and that was the exact count he had in the 5th inning when he homered left center field. And went after a low one, a swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Koontz. He was not going to elevate, even though it was a 2-0 count. Nice sweeping curve, strike 2. 2-2 count. One down, runner at first, top of the 7th. Batcats leaded by a pair of runs. Tried to backdoor curve, didn't get the nod. It's 3-2. So where do you go here if you are Nohenic calling these pitches? Strike 3 called right at the knees. He went fastball. And Seafelt took it for strike 3. Big second strikeout of the game for Cade Koontz. Now it is Owen Baxter, who was 0 for 2, got hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. He's also struck out and bounced to short. That one missing, low ball 1. Again, it almost looked like they were crossed up on the pitch there. The way Nohenick reacted to keeping that one in front of him. And up and in, ball 2. Second straight batter. Kuntz has fallen behind 2-0. Battle back and got Seafelt on strikes. And then right in the back of Owen Baxter. So that puts the tying run aboard. The third batter hit combined for Batcat pitching. Now an opportunity for Jackson Hellberg. Hellberg has reached on an air and has a pair of strikeouts. And got out in front of one. He'll pull this a mile foul. Right off of the clubhouse. Well, 1 strike count. First and second, 2 down, top of the 7th. 7-5 Batcats. That one way outside. Nice stab by Nohenick. Cooper Green due up next. 1-1 to Hellberg. In the dirt, runner moving to third, no throw. And the count's 2-1 on Jackson Hellberg. Your 2-1 offering in the dirt, ball 3. Kuntz with the throw to first. Trying to see if you can catch Baxter sleeping over there. And now back to work on the batter. 3-1 the count. Runners at the corners. And got him to pop it up. Andrew Yee immediately calls for it and makes the catch. Great job by Kuntz to battle out of trouble. No runs on 1 hit with 2 left. So it's 7th inning stretch time here at Al Burns Memorial Field in Great Bend. It's the Batcats 7 and the Cannons 5. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. As you hear the 7th inning stretch take me up to the ball game here at Al Burns Memorial. Scott Hogan with you tonight as leading off the bottom of the 7th. Going to be TJ Shaw. Takes strike one from Aiden Nunez, who has not allowed a run since coming in the 5th. And his breaking pitch goes down. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Luke Nohenick will bat next. There's a fastball outside. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. And I think we're getting a roster correction for Augusta on the pinch hitter we had a couple of innings back. We'll get that to you between innings as Shaw is up in the count 3-1, so a pitch to work with. Oh, went after a one high and out of the zone, and a little pop-up is dropped by Hunter Alvord. And that'll be the 2nd error of the game committed by the Kansas Cannons. So can you take advantage? Luke Nohenick will be your batter. He is 1 for 3. Had an infield single and a run scored in that 2-run 5th inning. And a great bunt down the third baseline. And it's going to be a bunt single for Nohenick. Beautifully done. You had Green back behind the bag and perfect bunt. And got runners at first and second for Andrew Yee. He's reached on an air and walked twice in the game, has 1 run scored. Question is, would you drop down another one here to try to move the runners over? He will take strike 1. He is due to break out. This is Andrew Yee. Maybe this is the spot right here in the bottom of the 7th. Batcats got good leads. And this may work in the air. Is it going to get to right center field? No. And the catch is made on the run by Muntz. It'll be out number 1. Unable to move the runners over. And now it'll be Carson Umphris. Umphris has struck out, singled. He singled and scored in the 4th, and he reached on catcher's interference in the 5th inning. Runners moving, and exchange is fumbled by Baxter. It's a double steal, which does a lot of things for you. It gets you out of a double play ball. And yeah, the Cannons, they're going to bring the infield in, so that would eliminate the contact play. So if you're Memphis, you're looking for something to get in the air. And the 1-0 fouled off. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And 5 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. For the Batcats, 1 in the 3rd, 4 in the 5th. For the Cannons. Breaking pitch fouled out of play right side. And it's 1-2. I would look for Nunez to go breaking pitch away here. He went changeup in the dirt. Baxter keeps it in front of him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's still a pretty good 1-2 pitch. You never know. You might get him to chase it. And he did chase the low fastball. Nunez has got his first strikeout. And now it's up to Caleb Cowan with 2 down, runners at second and third in the bottom of the 7th. Batcats up 7-5. He is 0 for 1. Is fouled back and out of play. Strike 1. Cowan struck out in the 2nd. He got hit by a pitch, scored a run in the 4th. Had a sacrifice fly for a run batted in. That came in the 5th inning. And popped into center field. Should get the Cannons out of the inning. And it will. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. And we'll head on to the 8th. It remains Great Bend 7 and the Kansas Cannons 5. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Top of the 8th inning. Batcats lead the Kansas Cannons 7-5. 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up for the Cannons. Cooper Green, Mike Mulholland, and Zach Makarowicz. Cade Kuntz on for his 3rd inning of work. There is action in the Batcat bullpen. Again, we are shielded. We can just see that the ball is being thrown around. So Green looking for his first hit. He's reached on a fielder's choice, flown to center, and he's grounded out to short. Pitch fouled out of play, right side. And Clements went 5, and it's been Cade Kuntz since then. Came in and got a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Kuntz has allowed a hit in each of his first 2 innings. The breaking pitch is low as 1 and 2, but he has stranded 3 runners in 2 innings. He would love to try to get a 1, 2, 3 inning here and then try to get some insurance. And the 1-2. And he chopped it right off his own foot, did Cooper Green. Green out of Washington University. He's from Roland Park, Missouri. And another 1-2 pitch. Came down with a fastball, a swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Cade Kuntz. Now bring up your designated hitter, Mike Mulholland. Mulholland is 0 for 3. He's got a pair of groundouts and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. Kuntz doing a nice job with his fastball. He is keeping it down, either knee high or a little lower. And there's another example right there. Swing and a miss, strike 2. See where he goes here with the 0-2 pitch. And it's going to be singled into right field. And now it'll be Makarowicz, who's 2 for 3. Singled and scored in the 5th, doubled in the 6th inning.
Center fielder, number 3, Zach Makarowicz.
That is hit number 8 for the Cannons. Ground ball. It got through to Shaw, and I think that's going to work out just perfectly. Kuntz wasn't able to grab it, but Shaw steps on the bag and throws the first for the 6 unassisted to 3 double play to end the inning. So time to try to grab some insurance runs for the Batcats. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. 7-5, Great Bend on top of the Kansas Cannons. You're watching and listening to Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Gonna have an Eagle Radio call to the bullpen for the Kansas Cannons. Aiden Doty, the righty, will come in. He's thrown in 9 innings this summer. Has allowed 5 runs on 11 hits. He has walked 2. He has struck out 13. So he has been getting a lot of swings and misses this summer. So Aiden Nunez, great job in relief. 2 2/3, no runs on just 1 hit. It'll be Joey Marker, Peanut Brazel, Kyle Walker due up for the Batcats. And a big thank you to Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine, official sports medicine provider for the Batcats. Marker has grounded into 2 inning-ending fielder's choices. He's also been hit by a pitch, got an RBI, and scored a run as he'll take low ball 1. We'll check in also on our other 2 games going tonight in the Jayhawk. And Marker fouls off the 1-0. Monarchs lead the Islanders 7-1. They are in the top of the 8th in Kingman. The Wildcats and the Aviators. Wildcats have taken the lead 10-9 in the top of the 6th inning in Hayesville. Actually, I believe this is a 1-1 pitch. And it is. It's a 2-1 count on Joey Marker. Ooh, and he almost got hit for the second time. Now it's 3-1. Another big thank you to Landmark National Bank, our corporate sponsor this evening. Here, 3-1 the Marker. He'll take the base on balls. And back to the top to Peanut Brazel. Brazel is 1 for 4. What a one it was. Grand slam. 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. See if he can deliver his second hit of the game. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. And Batcats at the Cannons tomorrow night. At Hayesville on Wednesday before they get the day off and come back here to play Hayesville on a Friday night, which will be prior automatic fire sprinkler and first responder night. It'll be a 7 o'clock first pitch Friday night. And fastball fouled back. It's 0-2 on Peanut Brazel. Kyle Walker, Elias Leone will follow. Peanut Brazel, Marker at first walk to start the inning. Oh, 2 pitch fouled back. Brazel, of course, at Temple College out of Temple, Texas. Nice crowd here on a Monday night. Mid to low 80s, cool breeze. Front coming in overnight. This one popped up down the right field line. Is there going to be room? And it falls in foul territory. The closest player was the second baseman, Rodriguez. But unable to catch up to it. So the count remains 0-2. Finally, a ball that's low and away, 1-2. All the scoring in the middle innings of the game. And Brazel will foul another one back. And the Batcats got 5 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. 1 in the 3rd, 4 in the 5th for the Cannons. And outside ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Batcats have 7 hits on there, 7 runs. This one popped up again down the right field line. This time, oh, it's dropped in fair territory. Marker had to hold up, and they'll still get the force at second. Well, if you're Joey Marker, that's exactly what you had to do. It looked like it would be caught. So you'll end up, I think, with a fielder's choice there for Brazel.
The third baseman, number 2, Kyle
There's one down for Kyle Walker. Walker 1 for 4. He had a double in the first inning. Fastball outside, ball 1. Curious to see, Coach Ward, would he start Brazel in this situation? Brazel, good bluff. And Walker will take a strike.
See one hit, go get.
1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 7-5 Batcats, bottom of the 8th. 1 down with a runner at first. Throw over to first.
Charge!
Brazel moving. Good throw, and he's under the tag. So the stolen base, Brazel into scoring position. And now on little conference, Baxter and Doty on the mound. Counts 2-1 on Kyle Walker. And on a night with the wind blowing out, every additional run you could get across the plate will be important, as it will be the top of the lineup in the top of the 9th coming up for Augusta, the Kansas Cannons. And the 2-1 is high. Elias Leon. And the on-deck circle will bat next. There is one down. Three one. Hit high in the air to left. Hillberg settles underneath it. He's got it for out number 2. It'll be Elias Leon. He is 2 for 4. Got a pair of singles and a run scored. There's 2 down, 7-5 Batcats. Doty trying to keep it just a 2-run deficit. And right over the middle of the play, Leon just a little behind it for strike 1. Leon trying to drive home his college teammate, Peanut Brazel, both at Temple College. Fastball fouled back. It's 0-2. Leon reaches. It would then be T.J. Shaw. Batcats trying to stay just a game behind the Monarchs. And the Jayhawk can break out of that 2-game slide. Outside, Brazel trying to steal third, and will. So Brazel 90 feet away. Leon has a 1-2 count. And good defensive swing. Just got a piece of it. Foul it off, see a better pitch. Had a nice crowd on hand as always this evening. I'll announce the 50-50 drawing winner coming up in the next inning. And Chopper to first. Seafelt takes it himself to retire the side. No runs, no hits, and one left. As we will head to the top of the ninth inning. It's the Batcats 7 and the Cannons 5. You're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Top of the ninth inning. 7-5 Batcats. As Cade Kuntz will come on and begin his fourth inning of work against the top of the lineup. We did have a number correction. The roster we had an incorrect number 7. It was a pinch hitter in the sixth inning. It's actually Carson Durnan. And his first at bat, he flew to center field. And we'll try to check in and see if we can don't have any stats. This first pitch was ball 1 to Durnan. Again, he flew to center in the sixth. That was a pinch hitter's situation. Now he's up in the count 2-0. I think the Batcats, they did have somebody warming in the eighth inning. So I think they're ready if they need to go to the bullpen. And outside, it's 3-0. You just need one base runner to get the potential tying run to the plate here in the ninth. And 3-0 splits the plate. It's 3-1. Again, is Durnan, Hunter Alvord, Tegan Muntz. And fastball at the knees, called strike 2. Kuntz ready. Payoff pitch outside ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And Hunter Alvord, he was 0 for 3, walked and scored a run in the 5th. First pitch foul back and out of play, strike 1. Alvord, a member of the back-to-back McPherson High state championships a couple of seasons back. One strike pitch way outside. It's 1-1. Fastball in there, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Kuntz had thrown 5 1/3 in 3 outings. So this is by far his longest outing of the summer. And he got a swing and a miss. Big first out of the inning. And a 4th strikeout for Cade Kuntz. It is Keegan Muntz, who is 2 for 4. He's got an infield single and a double. And he will take strike 1. So Muntz, after doubling in the 3rd, came around to score. That was the first run of the game. The throw to first. Blake Seafelt will be coming up next. Ground ball towards Marker. He'll turn, get the force hit second, over to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play to end the ball game. Well executed. And great job tonight out of the bullpen by Cade Kuntz. He pitches 4 scoreless. So the Batcats win it tonight, 7-5. The Cannons are now 7-5 overall, 5-5 in the Jayhawk, and the Batcats are now 8-5 and 8-3 in a Jayhawk play. So we'll step away. I'll add up your final numbers, and we'll pick your Club One Fitness Player of the game. All that and more as you're watching Great Bend Batcat Baseball. Welcome back to Al Burns Memorial Field. A happy home crowd as the Batcats defeat the Kansas Cannons tonight, 7-5. 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors, 7 left tonight for the Cannons. It's 4 1/3 for Logan Gross. Gave up 7 runs on 6 hits, hit 1, walked 2, struck out 6. 2 2/3 scoreless for Aiden Nunez. No runs on 1 hit. He struck out 1, and a scoreless inning for Aiden Doty. No hits. He walked 1. Tonight, the Batcats got 7 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 8 left. Tyler Clements went 5 runs on 5 hits, hit 2, walked 1, struck out 6. And what a job by Cade Kuntz out of the bullpen. Went 4 scoreless, gave up 3 hits, struck out 4. He walked 1. So we're going to get our Club One Fitness Player of the Game. And we've already spoke to this young man once this summer, but As we'll get him over here so everybody can see him. And our Club One Fitness player of the game tonight, Peanut Brazel. He ends up going 1 for 5 on the night. But I tell you what, bases loaded, 2 down in the 4th. Hits a grand slam just off a straight off center. So Peanut, first, congratulations on the win. Let's get right to it. Let's go to that at bat in the 4th, 2 down. You're down 1-0, and you were up there. And the first pitch you saw, take us through that.
Yes, sir. It's on time for fastball. A couple of at-bats before I was kind of pulling off. Just wanted to stay inside something. Got the pitch I wanted, and good things happen. Take a good swing. So
did you know it off the bat, or did you think maybe I'm gonna have to kick out a double or a triple here?
Yeah, I thought it was gone off the bat, but I decided to just run it out because the center fielder kind of made it look like he was gonna catch it, and then went over. So
yeah, it went right to where this slants down. I watched it sail over there. If it goes over about 5 feet right, it might catch the upright.
Yes,
but you placed it just perfect.
Yes,
how did that feel? How did that feel when you were able to connect on that one?
Man, it felt great. I haven't had my best games lately, but came through in the right time for my team. So it's glad we got the win.
And let's talk about Cade Kuntz tonight.
Yes.
He went 4 scoreless out of the bullpen for you. He was good.
Dominant. That's all I can say. He's dominant.
And got a little chippy down there at one point tonight. A little friendly rivalry here with the Cannons, maybe a little bit.
I guess so. Not really too familiar with it, but
yeah.
Sir.
Well, you play back-to-back nights. I know they're talking maybe some potential weather tomorrow, but you turn around and play at Augusta tomorrow, then at Hayesville before you get a day off. So take us to the next couple of days.
Yes, sir. Just getting ready for the next couple of days. Coming with the same mindset. Just jump on it from the get-go. But yes, sir.
All right. Is Grandma watching again tonight?
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right. Well, we found out last time she's the one that gave you your nickname, so we've been sharing that. But,
okay, I got you.
We're going to let you go. Congratulations on we're calling it the Brazel Bomb up here.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Go enjoy this one with your teammates.
Thank you.
Again, that's Peanut Brazel tonight with the grand slam. That put the Batcats up in the 4th inning by a score of 5-1. The game would get tied later as he's going to get a picture with a fan here. That's what it's all about this summer. But 2 more runs in the 5th for the Batcats. They would put it away 7-5 tonight. Let's go ahead and check in on our other games going. Monarchs and the Islanders have moved to the bottom of the 9th. The Monarchs leading 8-1. Looks like the Batcats will stay a game behind the Monarchs. And how about the wild one in Hayesville? They still have a ways to go. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Hayesville coming to bat. The Wildcats leading Hayesville 13-9. And a slugfest there tonight. One exciting game here tonight, as I already mentioned, the upcoming schedule for the Batcats. They're going to turn around and a scheduled 7 o'clock start tomorrow night against the Kansas Cannons and turn around and go to Hayesville for a 7 o'clock start on Wednesday. Get a much needed day off on Thursday. And then our next home game will be coming up this Friday. It's Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler and First Responder Night. Free non-alcoholic drinks all night long for everybody that comes. And then at first pitch at 7 o'clock, the Batcats and the Aviators. Again, another big thank you to Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine. They're the official sports medicine provider for the Great Bend Batcats. And again, big shout out to Landmark National Bank being our corporate sponsor tonight. Great crowd. They provided free hot dogs to the first 100 people this evening and treated to a great summer baseball game tonight. The Batcats defeat the Kansas Cannons 7-5. Now 8-5 overall, 8-3, 1 game back of the Monarchs and the Jayhawk. So again, a fun evening here in Great Bend. We'll wrap it up. Just to remind you again, join us Friday night at 7 o'clock here on either at Ashton Radio or right here on the YouTube home for Batcat Baseball. It's the Batcats and the Aviators coming up on Friday. But saying goodnight here at Al Burns Memorial Field in Great Bend. This is Scott Hogan. God bless. We'll see you all Friday.